PSA, makeup, and cosmetic brands, we are all challenging you right now to have a makeup removing wipe that can take off the Philly sports guys. This is a challenge. We'll see. You never know. Come with a straight bleach.
Like wipe off a layer of skin.
Yeah, exactly. Just all right. Now it's gone. Why does it look like he's so red?
There goes the mohawk.
Yeah, this is so jam.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Toonen to Dillon. We are with a, should I say, legend, the man, the myth. If you watch any Philadelphia sports, no matter what sport it is, you have seen this guy, the Philly sports guy, with us here, live in the flesh with the face paint, man. You got so much stuff in the background, memorabilia. I feel like I've been in Philly maybe 6-7 months, and I've seen you everywhere. Every time I'm on social media, I see you somewhere. 6-7. First of all, we appreciate you coming on. I know you're a busy man. I'm sure you got games to get to. Man, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me, and you got me on a great day today because there's no home games, so which is perfect.
We love it. And so you said you were just at before we started up. You were saying after the Giants game, you went across the street, and did you switch up the paint and go to a different game, or? Yeah,
actually, unfortunately, it wasn't even across the street. It was down in Chester, but I had actually done 4 games that weekend. It started with the Flyers. The Flyers was Saturday afternoon. The Sixers was Saturday night. The Eagles were Sunday afternoon, and then the Union was Sunday night. And I will tell you, it was the first time I had been to 4 different games with 4 different teams, and all 4 teams won.
Wow,
so it was a Philly sweep.
I mean, there's a reason they call you the Philly sports guy. I mean,
how did this Philly sports guy start? Was it you just painted your face as a kid one time and you're like, yeah, this is it, this is me, or is there more of a lore behind it?
I have been painting for Eagles games for going on 25 years now. And it was mostly for away games. And I got noticed when the Eagles were playing the Saints in the playoffs a few years back. I think it was 2019. They showed me a lot on television, and a production company asked me to come in and do a commercial. And as I did that commercial, they're like, "Wow, your energy's amazing. You're like the Philly sports guy. You should see if that name's available." Yeah. And it was, and they says, "Well, listen, if you want to start doing social media, we'll teach you." And they started to help me, which really it was like, hey, just get comfortable talking to your phone, and here's hashtags, and go, and it's kind of taken off since then.
I love it, and so you do your own podcast, right? And what's it called?
So it's called Coast to Coast. I do it with a guy from Seattle, a guy from Green Bay, and a guy from Houston who happens to be a Cowboys fan, because you always need a Cowboys fan to beat up on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what division you're at, you need that guy.
Is it a Green Bay? Are they all super fans?
No. The guy from Seattle played arena football. He never made it beyond that point. The guy from Green Bay is a writer who really covers more Chicago sports. He's not a fan of Green Bay, interestingly enough.
Interesting.
That is so odd.
I love that. I love that lore.
And then the guy from Houston is just he's an Army veteran. I'm a Navy veteran, so we always keep that around as well. And he's a Cowboys fan, and he's kind of loud too. So we, like I said, we have some good screaming matches back and forth sometimes.
Well, that's pretty good. We'll have to tune into that. No pun intended there. And everybody else, listen, make sure you guys go check out the Coast to Coast podcast. And also, thank you for your service.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I guess, speaking of, different teams and things like that, do you travel? Do you go on the road at all? Or are you?
So I have only missed one game in the last 3 years, both home and away. And unfortunately, that was the Giants game up in New York. And the reason why I missed it was because I was in LA watching the Phillies. And that was a really tough day in general for Philadelphia sports fans. So, it was like the Phillies lost and they got eliminated. And then I remember going into the bar and I'm watching. I'm like, what's going on with the Birds? They don't lose to the Giants. We usually beat them up there.
You weren't there. You weren't there. The equilibrium was off.
A little bit.
But you were at the next Giants game, made up for it. Obviously, we flipped the script, and then into the bye week, and then going up to Green Bay this week.
Yeah, it should be a fun game. It's going to get a little colder, which I like. That's more football weather for me.
Or the Thunderdome.
And, I'm not the biggest fan of Lambeau Field. I know that's hollowed ground.
We need you on the podcast. We've been needing
things coming
out.
out.
Let's hear it. Explain.
So I know that you played up there for a little while, but I'm just not a big fan of sitting on metal bleachers. And those seats that they mark out are not man size. They are definitely female size. Because like when you got to move, I'm like squished. And then put on my shoulder pads, and then next thing you know, it's too much.
Yeah, you gotta assert dominance early when you get the seats. You can buy the rent the seats if you really needed to, but
I don't like to sit down in general, so it's
okay.
easier for me to just stand up the entire time. And if I've already got my seats, I'm right in the Lambeau Leap section, row 1, so I expect that there's going to be a couple of guys jumping in, and I'm going to be patting them on the head while the Packers fans are just upset.
Hey, I will tell you this. Opponents trying to jump into the Lambeau Leap in Green Bay, if you're an Eagles fan, you're really going to have to make sure you did your push-ups that morning, because those Green Bay fans are going to be trying to come from wherever to push a guy down. So as long as there's enough,
you will be doused in beer.
You gotta box them out. You gotta be ready. You can't take it lightly.
Hey, listen, I'm not a small guy. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm not a small guy. And then I got the shoulder pads on.
You got the shoulder pads. You'll be good.
Them out.
You'll be good. Just make sure. Perfect. Well, we'll know who to look for. You know what that reminds me of? Honestly, like trying to wiggle by. It reminds me of like when you're in an airplane and you got the one armrest in between. You gotta assert dominance. Do you just take what's the strategy there, guys? This is not scripted. I'm just thinking about this. Do you just take the whole thing and just like kind of be that guy, or do you take the upper part of the bottom?
Depends on who I'm sitting next to. Yeah, there's occasions when I'm sitting next to Hollis Thomas, and if you know Hollis, he takes up that space. So you gotta squeeze in for whatever space you can get.
We're just doing average American man in all.
If you got middle seat, what you do is you get the elbows as far back on the armrest as possible, and then you cross the fingers, and then you post up like this. That's how you just hold it down for a little bit, and then people can work around you. And I think that's a little bit of a respect thing, too. It's like, yes, I have to suffer through with the middle seat. You deserve both armrests. That's just kind of how it goes. And then individuals can lean one way or the other, or like kind of find their space.
What's your thoughts on reclining your seat?
You're allowed to recline your seat. Anybody who gets upset about reclining a seat, I don't understand that one.
Okay, reclining all the way back is cool.
All the way back is like an inch and a half, so
that's exactly it. You ain't getting much out of
that.
Yeah,
and I will say, like, I was seeing something the other day. Somebody was it was like a Twitter X. Somebody was saying people who recline their seats all the way back, like, have a special place and da da da. It's like you're paying. Like, what are we talking about? Like, if you don't want to sit there, it's just kind of.
People just like to complain sometimes to complain.
Yeah, it comes with the seat. But I know some people, let us know in the comments if you guys are really fired up about the seats, if there's a etiquette to the recline or halfway or whatever, half tilt. You guys let us know what you think.
And my thought is that if you don't want the recline or anything, just sit at the back wall so that you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about anybody else, or get the window seats where you got
Yeah,
the,
so you can rest.
make sure everybody, make sure you can get everybody out of the plane and such like that. You can pay for those seats all you want.
Yeah, fair.
So Philly fans, they do get a bad rep for being, a little bit more hostile. What cities have been like the best to travel to, and like Eagles fans and others fans have commingled like properly, or is it always just on site battling?
So I never have that problem. I'm actually, I've never gotten into any fights on the road. I mean, there was one time against Tampa fans that was a little weird and contentious, but Saints fans are a little passionate and will get in your face some, but also understand that it's on the field. It's not, this. I look at these as like, hey, listen, the Eagles are, as much as I love them, they're not my mom. I don't have to defend their honor.
Okay.
And it's never a personal thing. If you like another football team, and it's nothing about, hey, the fact that you've got bad taste in football teams doesn't make you a bad person. Where in my case, it's like I'm always going to support, and it's fun. That's what it's supposed to be. So people get surprised when I'm not yelling and screaming, and when I like after playoff games and I congratulate the other team if we lose, that's not a Philly thing to do, so to speak. So I get a little bit different respect because I put more respect on the game rather than worry about I don't ever blame a ref or anything like that. There's always plenty of plays that could have been done better that would have made it the outcome different.
If we could bottle that up and just put it back out there onto social media fandom, I think we'd solve all the world's problems.
Well, but that's part of the reason why out of like a lot of Philly fans, I hear a lot that they hate Philadelphia, but they
Yeah.
love me and they love watching what I do because again, it's not a personal thing. It's meant to be fun. We're supposed to banter back and forth. If we all liked the same team, there'd be nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's fair. I guess. Well, on the same lines, I know, like you said, no big issues. Pretty respectful guy. Appreciation for the game. Obviously supporting Philadelphia teams. Do you have a craziest or most memorable appearance or story, good or bad? Just like, do you have like a top one or two stories or interactions you've had since you've been doing this for 20 plus years?
I tend to attract other super fans,
Okay.
and that seems to attract a lot more attention. I will say that I probably have some of the best from Dallas. I've been trolled by Jerry Jones directly, where he. It's funny because my counterpart in Dallas, he's the guy with the big hat and he wears the chaps and such. And he's a great guy. He's a student of the game, and he goes back into the history. So he's not like, hey, we have 5 rings, and that's how he talks about. Yeah. So every game that the Eagles and Dallas play, we watch the game together. And during the COVID year, we're sitting by ourselves, and there's nobody else around us really. And here comes 2 guys in suits, and they bring us down one Game Day magazine signed by Jerry Jones, and he goes,
Oh,
compliments of Jerry Jones,
Oh, that's cool.
and gave it to him, and then left. And I'm like, "Where's mine?" And they're just laughing as I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And then every time he goes and he talks about Philly, he brings up my face, and always talks a little bit of smack But I feel
Did you ever end up hanging out with Chief Saholic?
I did know Chief Saholic. I would say that he's a really quiet guy. I had no idea.
Hey, did you know what story that is?
No, no idea who that is.
It will be a movie someday. But Chief Saholic was a Kansas City Chiefs super fan as well, and he wore a wolf mask to the games, and he was like infamous. He was on TV just as much as Philly sports fan. Like he is full on super fan. And what he was doing is he was driving to Chiefs away games and robbing banks on the way to games. Because no one knew how he was like, 40. I mean, like NFL games aren't cheap, and to travel this, like, you need like, and everyone just thought he was like came from money or whatever, but he was full on hitting banks. I don't know if he was doing it in the wolf mask or not, but he would be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the Green Bay game and I'm gonna hit these 2 banks in Iowa, and then go up to Green Bay. And he was doing this for years. It was crazy. Like it's the super fan.
Over $1 million robbed, and I think it was like 12 banks in total.
Wow.
So.
That is easy.
Talk
that's
about the
dedication.
balls. I mean, think about the balls you have to do that. I mean,
it's the most insane story.
I mean, hey, some people say they're passionate about their team. I think that might take it to a whole nother level right there.
Dude, that is like literally like a movie script right there. Jamie,
and not only that, he had gotten caught, was able to get out on bail, went to the Super Bowl that they had won, I guess Super Bowl 57, and then he was fleeing from police for a little while, but eventually got caught.
I didn't know that.
I mean, what a way to go out, though. What a way to go out. Like, they finally won it. I can be
Exactly.
I'm done.
What was he like as a person? Was he a chill guy, or did he ever take off the mask? Like,
so I no, he did not. Not when I had met him. Like, there have been a few people, like I know a number of Chiefs super fans also that were friends with him. And they were a little bit closer than I was, but he was just like an introverted guy in general until the mask was on. And then he'd flip a switch and was able to be that guy.
Bank robber, super fan.
I mean, hey, that's pretty sick. I learned, you learn something new every day. But hey, enough about Chiefsaholic. Let's talk more Philly sports.
Sorry. That's just I forgot about that until now. I was like, yeah. Anyway,
what inspired? Like, I know you said how you started the name, but what inspired the look, the paint, the mohawk, the outfit? Have there been alterations in the paint that you finally got to the final look? Or
this has evolved definitely over time.
Okay.
The mohawk came on my 40th birthday. We were down in New Orleans, and I would travel with this group of guys. One was my brother and a couple of my best friends, and we would travel around. And it just so happened it was my 40th birthday for the New Orleans game. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're walking around Bourbon Street going, what are we doing now? And I says, why don't we see if we can find a bar that has some clippers? They can cut a mohawk, and we'll have them shave a mohawk. And when you know, Coyote Ugly had clippers behind the bar, and I actually sat on the bar and they shaved my mohawk, and the mohawk has been here ever since. So it's I've had it now for 13 years, and this has kind of evolved. When the Eagles were doing the ski masks, and I was like, you know what, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do like the robber's mask, and then we'll also make this the same color, and then we'll keep it very similar so that the mohawk, the eyes, and this would be the same color throughout, and then the base could always change. Yeah. And it was something that worked for every team. So there it was like when you see me in Flyers gear, I kind of look like Nemo. It's like I call my Nemo look. For Phillies, I do the pinstripes, so it'll match the jersey. So it's always a matter of whatever jersey I'm wearing, I'm trying to match the colors to match the jersey.
What's the hardest paint to take off? Like, which one is the worst? Like
the Union. Doing the Union colors, the soccer team, the gold, and the Eagles silver paint is also it's a little difficult because the metallic paints that I use, the face paint that I use, is just a little bit richer. So this will wash off, like shampoo can wash this all off in like 5 minutes. With the metallic paints, it takes a little bit more of a scrub.
Okay. I will say, I do love the fact that There's a method behind it. I think people who are listening and Philly fans will appreciate. This wasn't just a bam one day. For those newer fans who haven't watched it through the years, it's like this wasn't just. It was a process, and we had to work with it.
Oh yeah,
Now
I
I
tried
know.
to
Now
do
I
a
know.
number.
Now I know. Like I'll have some extra appreciation next Union game you go to. I'm like, all right, I know it's gonna be a long time to watch that off. He's
Yeah, it
really.
only takes about 20 minutes instead of 10. So.
Okay. That's good though. Well, I'm glad you streamlined it down to that long because my wife does her makeup and it takes way longer.
Well, it takes an hour to put on.
Okay,
But
never mind.
I spend a lot of money on the makeup for two reasons. When I put it on, I want it to stay on. But when I want it off, I want it to come off.
Is it not to get but is it a makeup wipe? Like you rip the
I
makeup
jump
wipe, or
in the shower.
is it the shower scrub?
Yeah, I go right in the shower. Shampoo gets it all off really quickly.
Perfect.
So
I'm gonna just tell my wife to do that. No more need for makeup wipes. Just hop in the shower. Get
Next
it.
Halloween,
you know what?
you gotta go to
I've
the
been
face mask.
I've been trying to work with makeup companies to find a makeup wipe that would wipe it off. If I was able to do that, there are sometimes, I mean, specifically with players. Like, most of the players know me with the face paint. They've never seen me without it. And especially when you're dealing with players, I'm very respectful of them and their time. Because ultimately, I know what it's like. When I'm in the face paint, I have to be on. And when they see me in the face paint, they feel like they have to be on. And, after a game, you don't want to be on. I wish it was something simple where I could just, wipe it off and it be gone and it would look normal. The mohawk could stay green. That would be all right. But if everything else was off, it would be all right. They haven't figured out that wipe yet.
Hey, PSA, makeup and cosmetic brands, we are all challenging you right now to have a makeup removing wipe that can take off the Philly sports guy's face.
There you go.
Let us know. Let us know. Let us know if you can do it. Let's see. This is a challenge. We'll see. You never know.
Hey, I'd love
Somebody's
for
gonna
them
come
to
with
do
a
it.
straight bleach.
Like wipe off a layer of skin.
Yeah, exactly. Just, all right, now it's gone. Why does it look like he's so red?
There goes the mohawk.
How many games do you actually get to in a year, like in total across all sports?
So last year was the first year I was able to keep track of it in total. And it wound up being 146 games that were professional. There were other games that I was going to. For instance, I also would paint up for the Ultimate Frisbee team. And there was no way for me to keep track of those games that I would go to. And we had a professional cornhole team that I was
There we go.
actually their spokesperson for a little while. So at those games, again, I wasn't really able to keep track of. So I figure I put on the makeup about 200 days out of the year.
What colors, like for the cornhole team and stuff? What colors were they? Did you just go Eagles?
They were a dark maroon and black with with white outlines. So it was
Where's
mostly.
the color coordinator? Because that can get a little dicey.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. We you might not know this, and some of our OG listeners know we have a family cornhole tournament every year up in Door County, Wisconsin. It's a whole deal. We have a trophy and all that. But now that I know, like, you have you support the cornhole thing at a professional. We might not be professional, but it's very serious. We might have to have you up in Door County. We'll tell you the colors. We got unlimited food and drinks. Great time. Have you on the boat. You could be
I'd love
a
to do that.
Door County sports guy for the day.
So I had found out that I had spent some time in your hometown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that you are from New London.
Yes, sir.
I was stationed there for a little while. I actually
Oh,
had an
wow.
apartment above Mystic Pizza for probably about 3 or 4 months.
Small world. Mystic Pizza's pretty good. Did you ever get over to Pepe's in New Haven?
So Pepe's, we would always, and
Yeah.
we were Navy guys. I was young, so we were
Yeah.
always going to Hartford and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was stationed at the submarine base for probably a good 9 months, and then before I went on to another ship.
Yeah. Well, now that you had some Connecticut pizza, naturally, Connecticut
It's
pizza over
I like
pizza
the
from
Philly
everywhere
pizza
else,
better.
right? Huh? What?
I like the Philly pizza better.
No.
The bread is.
No.
Come on, you're in Philly
You're
now.
Whatever,
brainwashed.
AJ, whatever it is going to be Philly, dude. You
You're
gotta.
brainwashed. Brainwashed.
You got.
He
Let's
prefers the
admit it. Let's
plastic
admit it.
seats, bro. It's like
The bread is so much better here than it is anywhere else.
Okay. Hey, I will say the first person I've ever heard say they like Philly pizza. Okay, so let's do this: Philly pizza or New York pizza.
So I'm not a thin crust guy. I like a little bit doughier. So I would go Philly.
So Philadelphia pizza to you is the best pizza in the world. In
I
America, in America.
well, I mean, there's other places that have had really good pizza. Like I'm not a big fan of Chicago pizza, but I do like Detroit pizza, and I'm big on Sicilian pizza. And if you do Sicilian pizza right, it doesn't matter where it's eaten. So
Okay, fair enough. So where's a place? Um, I've had a couple pizza places in Philly. I didn't know Philly was known for pizza, but now I trust you. Where is the spot to go? Give me one spot. I've had Angelo's Pizza, which I think is better than the cheesesteaks, actually.
their pizza is
But
amazing over there.
where's
I
your number one spot just for a good slice of just
when I
your
do
favorite?
that, you could buy a whole pizza there at this place. It's called Imperial Pizza.
Okay.
It's in Seacane, Pennsylvania. I got yelled at the last time I said it was in Holmes. It's in Seacane, Pennsylvania. It's an
Imperial
inexpensive
Pizza.
pizza, and I like it with extra beach, is what you call it. It looks like it's got sand underneath. It's a cornmeal, and it's mushroom pizza or white pizza is my go-to.
Hey, perfect. This is perfect and a perfect segue because we had a whole segment about some food here. So perfect segue. And Imperial Pizza, make sure you guys go out there. If you've had it before, let us know. I will be trying that next week. We're coming off a bye week. I need to run a little bit, but next week.
Exactly.
So your favorite? Do you have a favorite like food spot or thing that like do you celebrate like after a big win? You're hitting up 200 games. So say we're playing a 1 o'clock game. Just Eagles are playing. No other games you got to go to. Do you have a favorite post game meal or like a celebratory meal?
No, I
No.
don't. Most of the time, because on game day, once the day is over, like I still come back. I live, my living room is a bar, so it's a little dive bar in Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, called
That's
Dolan's
sick.
Bar. And when I come back, there's still people here, so I'm still kind of involved and coming down from the game. After that, it's like I takes me some time to kind of decompress. So usually the Monday night meal is I'll cook a steak at home.
Okay. I mean, I mean, all right. They win.
you a dive. So you're a dive bar guy then, like through and through.
Absolutely. I mean, I like all bars. Bars are great places to go to meet people, but dive bars, I love getting in the nitty gritty of communities, and that's where you do that in dive bars. So it's like when I go to Green Bay, it's great to go to all the known spots, but I like
What's
to
your
go.
favorite one? What's your favorite one, GB? I'm from Green Bay, like that's where I am right now. So that's why I got the J Love and the AJ jersey behind me.
There was a spot. I want to say it was a little off the beaten path, but there was a little dive bar there. It was a great little spot. You know what I mean? And I can't remember the name of it, but I know I walked in there. They had my screwball. I drink screwball on the rocks,
Oh yeah,
and they,
a little whiskey.
yeah, they treated me right the entire time. So I was loving life. That was when I was up there for the draft. And
Oh,
like I
nice.
said, it was a great little spot, and we got to spend some time up there and just enjoyed ourselves. So
Are you headed out there this week?
I am.
All right. Well, we'll make sure between me and Will, we'll get you everything you need. We'll be your tour guide on recommendations. I can
So
promise you
I
that.
tell you, you know what I haven't had yet, and
Yeah.
I tried to get them, and everywhere I would go during the draft, they were like sold out. But something about the cheese curds, You got to get squeaky cheese curds.
Yeah, you gotta get the cheese curds, man. Culver's, in my opinion, does not have the best cheese curds.
Oh, best cheese curds in Green Bay. Will, where are you going?
Man, that's tough. Dude, I don't know if I have a favorite spot in Green Bay. I just say just avoid Culver's, and pretty much everywhere else is spot on. And especially the dive bars.
You know what? You should hit the Drift In.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You should go Drift In. You'll like it. Get the Drift In burger. Get you some chili. They have curds there too, right?
Oh yeah, they have great cheese curds there.
And great cheese curds. They'll have your screwball. You'll be good to go.
I'm writing this down.
Less than a mile from the stadium.
Go to the Drift In. Best chili. That's the best chili in my opinion. They do the noodles with the chili. So
if you want to talk consistency, the Drift In's the spot to go. There's a bunch of other great places, but that's just my recommendation for you. It probably won't be as packed as all the other ones right next to the stadium. That's kind of like an OG, if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's a Green Bay local spot for sure. So,
and that's what I would like to do. It's great to go to, like, you go to Culver's just because you got to if you're not from the area. It's like going to Pat's or Gino's when you're in Philly just because you don't know of another place, so you go to where everybody goes to visit. But I like to go to the spots that nobody knows or that they want to keep to themselves.
Right, exactly. Like I would honestly say like all the tourist trap is Kohl's, and Kohl's is good, but the same like style of go get a chili, go get a Butterburger, go to the Drift In. That's where the locals go.
Perfect.
Hey, and I know we're about to be. We just hit 30 minutes, so we'll just hit some rapid fire, little fun stuff we came up with. We were talking about get you on your way. I know you got a busy day. We got a segment called Philly or Nah. So real quick fire. You tell me pretty much yes or no, but Philly or nah, okay? And let's go off back and forth. I'll do the first one.
All right.
Cheesesteak with provolone instead of whiz.
Philly,
okay?
That's me all day, by the way.
Running up the rocky steps for a selfie.
It's Philly.
Okay.
I've done it. I've done it a few times, so.
Wawa coffee.
Nah.
Boo and Santa Claus.
You know, the new Santa Claus is a buddy of mine, so I gotta go nah.
Okay.
We don't like the new Santa. All right, flip cup at a tailgate.
That's Philly.
The Dallas fans wearing green at the link.
Dallas fans wearing green at the link.
Yeah.
That's a big, just Dallas fans in general. It's a nah. That's the one thing that everybody's, and don't matter where you go, when you say Dallas sucks, everybody agrees.
That is fair. I mean, I as a Packer fan, I would agree.
That is fair. All right, next segment, we got the 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. So first thing that comes to your mind, can't overthink it. Favorite Philly athlete ever?
Rick McLeish. Was a hockey player for the Flyers of the Broad Street Bullies area. He was the reason why that I became he was the start of how I became this fan.
Okay. I appreciate the education because my Philly sports knowledge did not go that far. I was going to have to ask you for clarification there.
Who's the craziest fan in the stands besides you?
Besides me, the guy who looks like Jim McMahon or Minshew, he's that guy.
Okay.
Your
bucket list stadium to visit.
I've got to most of them. I only have 4 that I'm missing. My next bucket list is, I guess, Santa Clara, and I expect to be there at the very end of the season.
Hey, there you go.
I like it.
What is your favorite stadium?
Besides the link, actually, to be honest, as funny as this sounds, I love going to Dallas. Jerry Jones may not know how to build a football team, but he definitely knew how to build a stadium.
I respect. I like it. AT&T's sick.
It is.
One message to all Philly sports fans watching the podcast now.
Message to all. Hey, listen, be loud and proud, but passion without respect is just a lot of noise.
All right. What is your that's brilliant. What's your Mount Rushmore? So your top four, no order, Philly cheesesteaks in Philadelphia.
Philly cheesesteaks, no special order. So I got to go with my local Liberty. Liberty is my favorite here. I would also say that Angelo's is great. I haven't had a Skinny Joey's yet, so I can't really put them on my list yet. But I'm a big fan of Jim's. And, if I had to go between the two in terms of Pat's or Geno's, I'm doing Geno's.
Have you tried Shay's Steaks yet?
I have not done Shay's. And I know that people will yell at me that I didn't mention D'Alessandro's. Listen, D'Alessandro's used to be great. It used to be great. And it's trailed off a little bit. It's still got a good steak, but when it comes to that, I just you asked for my four. I put
Yeah. Hey,
No, that's your four.
Everybody knows that these are tough decisions. Everybody can respect that. You're the Philly sports guy, and you got to rate cheesesteaks. It's going to be a tough decision. Somebody's going to be upset.
I will say that I don't eat a lot of cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
I probably eat a lot more pretzels than I do cheesesteaks.
Fair enough.
Kind of shows.
Where's the best pretzel in Philly?
The only pretzels you can get right now in Philly are usually the Philly Pretzel Factory. But Federal is also really good pretzels. I like doughy pretzels. And they used to make them up in Roxborough area. And
Okay.
I would get them go in there and buy like $50 worth and have like trash bags full of pretzels coming home with me. And I would eat them all.
Yeah.
So, but they don't make them up there anymore. That one closed down, unfortunately.
We'll leave you with this, and this one might be asking a parent to pick between their children. But which Philly team has your heart the most? The Eagles, the Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, Union.
So it goes like this. You're right. It's definitely like to asking me who's my favorite child.
Yeah.
I will say that going to games, it's Eagles, Flyers, Phillies, Sixers, Union. But they're all very close. The reason why I do it that way is because the Eagles is just so much energy all the time. I don't have to sit down. I don't have to shut up. Flyers games. I grew up on the Flyers. Phillies playoffs. There's nothing better than watching them in the playoffs and as loud as it gets. The Sixers. It's like when it was back in 2001 with Allen Iverson, it was amazing. And then they trailed off a little bit. And they got a little bit of a resurgence right now. So we're going to see how that plays out. And then, of course, the Union are in the playoffs right now. So let's see if they can get a championship and get their first ring.
I love it. Hey, I respect the answer and, of course, respect the candor and the response. Got to cover the bases, But
100%.
Definitely the biggest Philly sports fan there is. We'll finish up with we always do this, our college football weekly picks. I know you said you're not really sure exactly the landscape of the college football world right now, but that doesn't matter. Our guests, some have done well. I think Jihad Campbell's been our number one guest picker so far. So we'll see if you can beat him. He didn't go undefeated, so if you can go 5 for 5, you might have that top spot. So the first game we got up is BYU, who's number 8, at Texas Tech. Texas 10-point favorites, but it's undefeated BYU.
And it's number 8 BYU against Texas Tech,
8
who is unranked.
versus 9.
No, Texas Tech's 9.
Undefeated
Okay, so 8
BYU.
Ooh.
8 versus 9 at Texas
I got to
Tech.
go Texas Tech there.
Give me BYU. Give me BYU.
I'm going to go with Texas Tech.
All right. Number 6, Oregon at Iowa. I'll go Oregon.
Yeah, I got to go Oregon there, the Ducks.
I got the Ducks too.
Auburn at Vandy. Vandy's 15th.
Vanderbilt's got a team this year, so it's like I'm going to go Vandy.
I got Vandy too. Auburn just fired their head coach.
Oh, did they? I was gonna go Auburn until see. I'm gonna go Vandy. I was gonna try to go for the upset, but no head coach is crazy. I'm gonna go Vandy. All right, Wake Forest at Virginia. Virginia's hot. Virginia's number 12. They had that win against Florida State.
I not knowing enough about Wake Forest, but knowing a little bit about Virginia, I got to go Virginia.
I'll go Virginia too.
I'll go Wake Forest.
Let's go. Thank you. Come on, you need an upset. All right.
This week, but except for the BYU Texas Tech. But
all right, last one. LSU at Bama. Bama by a million.
Yeah, dibs on Bama. LSU also fired their head coach.
Yeah,
I was gonna say. I think Bama's got it.
Not a competitive week this week for the college football pick.
No.
What a great opportunity for you to be our number one guest picker.
Yeah, I'd be perfect for that. That's awesome. I was hoping to, I would love, I would have been great if Ohio State was going up against Indiana. I would have definitely. I can't wait to watch Ohio State lose. Not that I'm a Penn State fan at all. I could care less. I have no ties to them. I'm not a fan of Ohio State, and I'm not a fan of Notre Dame. I always want those two teams to lose.
I respect that. That's you feel the exact same way that Will feels about the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Why the Jets?
This is a poorly run franchise, and they want to dunk on Rodgers. And I'm a huge Rodgers fan with all of his years at Green Bay, and it's just a terribly run organization. They just sold their entire team today. I don't know if you saw that.
Don't get them started.
And Quentin Williams. They just they had a top 5 defense legitimately, and they just said, you know what, let's give it away for back end first round picks.
Hey, well, you know what? I knew that it was a poorly run franchise when they had that 13-year-old decide he was going to whether they should bring in that player or not because he had too low of a Madden score.
Yeah, exactly. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke.
So, I was gonna say they're irrelevant, so why even care about them? But now I just
want to dunk on them.
There you go.
Keep them down. Well, hey man, we appreciate it. It's been awesome. Honestly, getting to know more about you than just what you see out there in the stand or what you see on social media. It was awesome hearing your story, how you got started, and I'm sure a lot of Philly fans or even people not from Philly are going to be excited and being looking for you. So we're gonna make sure we check out the Coast to Coast podcast. What else you got going on? Any other shout-outs or things that we should be on the lookout for in the works coming soon?
I mean, obviously, you can catch me at every Eagles game. I am also working. We did the Hurdles for Hope with Saquon just this past weekend, and now I moved on to the Darren Dalton Foundation. It's the Bases Gala. It's Bases and something. I'm actually killing in the name here, but it's they're having their gala event on the 14th, the Friday the 14th, coming up. So go to DarrenDaltonFoundation.org and you can get your tickets there.
Perfect. We'll have that up there down below. Make sure you guys click the links down below and make sure to keep following Philly Sports Guy. Well, we appreciate it. And as always, for everybody listening, thank you. Like, subscribe, share. Go tap somebody, your next door neighbor, and go tell them about the podcast. And we appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.